Anyways, up next we have Final Fantasy III, any percent no glitch jobs on the NES by Metako. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and good luck, Metako. Anyways, bye guys. I'll see you later.
Okay, are we ready to roll?
I'm ready on my end.
Cool. Right, so are the two names that we've got for characters? So player 1 is Damp Dog and player 4 is Odell. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
Those
right.
are the two names.
Alright, that's fine for that. Now, that name is going to change later on, so I'm just going to throw in some fillers. For 2 and 3. That'll do. And then Odell. Now, unfortunately for this game, for the tricks to work in it, I need the character to have their entire name
Also,
filled.
We have a last minute donation for Monka S
Oh,
as player number 2.
player 2. Okay. Right. I could throw that in. That's 2. I'll keep 3 the same unless someone wants to grab that super quick. And then... Okay, so... Assuming that's fine, then we can get started. So, ready to go?
Ready to go?
Okay, cool. So, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, hi Scadison. Right, so this is Final Fantasy III. If anyone knows who I am, you've probably seen me run a Final Fantasy game at some point in my life. It's something I've made something of a habit of. So to start off with, we are going to do some shenanigans really early on. So the first thing I want to do is take out player 1. So Damp Dog's going down, but he will come back in force later on. So it's important that he's down, and it's important that everyone else is alive for this first bit. So there are some things that can get a bit sketchy, but hopefully everything will play out. The first dungeon is usually quite consistent. So for the rest of this dungeon, I'm now just going to attack each of the enemies as and when they come up. So the thing that I'm looking for at the end of this encounter or the next encounter is a potion. If I've got a potion, that is going to be really top tier because it's going to allow me to do some cool stuff. So let's see how we do. So I'm checking at the end. Alright, so no potion is not good for that, but it's okay because we've got another encounter straight after. And we'll see if we get one here. Yes, I have been known to run several Final Fantasies in a go. So, again, do really want to get a potion here, because if I don't get the potion here, then I need to tank an encounter later on that I don't want to, and it can get quite risky. So, hopefully, things will play out nicely. I'll get a potion here. So this is the original version. This is actually the Famicom version. Excellent, I got my potion, okay. With an English translation patch. So one thing I like to do personally with running games, I generally play them on the original hardware. And so now we're going to use that potion that I got. Very important to do it here. So I like to do it on the original hardware, and the original hardware, unfortunately, for FF3 was only on the Famicom, not the NES. So you can get repro carts that do have the translation on it. So you might wonder, why am I using potions on full health characters? Well, the reason for that is Final Fantasy III is a great game, and the way it works is, if I use a potion on the tile before where I should get an encounter, the potion overwrites that encounter, and I get no encounters. So, in theory, all being well, I shouldn't get any unplanned or random encounters in the run. There are some that I will want to fight, and there's some mandatory ones, and there will be some manipulations. But generally speaking, I really don't want to fight much at all. So every single step in the run is accounted for. The way the step count works for FF3 in the original version is... so I'm going to play it really safe as well. So let's just back row tiny. Alright, it's time to fight Land Turtle, the first boss. So the way steps work is that every step you take, your threat goes up. After a certain amount of steps, you get into an encounter. That is just the way it goes. So picked up a South Wind earlier on. In fact, I got 2. So one I'm going to sell, one I'm going to throw. They do a lot of damage, potentially. And they can also do rubbish damage. So if I'm in a town... Okay, I actually need everyone to survive this. So I really need to get Monkus into the back row. And he needs to not get hit. Please, 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 please. Okay. Now, in the back row, you're much less likely to get hit, and the damage is going to be considerably less. So, generally, if you go less than 20 health... Oh, no. Okay. So, we've got a problem here in that I technically need to do a reset. I'll see if I can get it to work. Let's see. How can I get that to work? Because my movement has to be perfect in that, so I need to go up and do that. So, seeing as we're really early on, I actually do need to go again. So, this is fine, but we'll do it really quick. So, this is just unfortunately one of those things that can go wrong early on. It's unlikely to happen, but there you go. These are the things that are sent to try us. Y, and then Odell. So, that was unfortunate. Alright, rock and roll. Here we go. So that's why I put Tiny into the back row. To stop that happening. But I mean, that was a lot of damage anyway. In the back row, you can take... It's either going to be a miss or usually like 1, 2, 3 or something like that. Pretty low damage. But this will be grand. Once we get out of here, we're pretty much set. We're good to go. Land Turtle can be kind of bad. In theory, I could use both of my South Winds, and that would make the fight easier, but then that means I've got a lot less money for a trick that I want to do later on. So anyway, I was talking a little bit about the step stuff earlier. So like I said, in dungeons, world map and stuff like that, your encounter rate goes up every single step. And in towns, like, there are safe areas where you don't actually increment your steps at all. So we're free to do whatever we want there, but the rest of it has to be spot on. You can recover your step count if you do a hard reset. It takes you back to your original seed. Okay, so no potion, which is fine. So now we have to do the backup. And unfortunately, the backup is just putting everyone into the back row and tanking an encounter. So I'll tank the second encounter. So here we go. This can go pretty badly as well, so let's hope that it doesn't. So for this one, I'm going to put everyone in the back row. And then hope for the best. So I'm forcing this encounter because I need to. And as you can see, three enemies, it's not nice. And they can do a lot of damage really easily. Okay, we're fine. Everything is wonderful again. So let's continue on with the video game. So fortunately we do get a full heal from the spring. Oh man, okay. And on we go. Southwind, I'll get the potion again. And then I do need to do my equips another time to make sure I've got the right stuff for Land Turtle. So let's do that now. So removing everything off A because he's not actually used in the fight. C because he's in the back row anyway. And it's throwing the South Wind. And double daggers will make us do more damage. So for B and D. Okay. Now back into the front row for B and D. And here we go again. Party time with Land Turtle. It's got to go well this time, right? Okay. Perfect fight. Southwind damage. That's very good Southwind damage. Okay, 31. It's like 34 health on Monkus. Monkey S should be fine. 7 damage. See, it doesn't always have to be massive. Right. Good damage and it will be over in the next round. But unfortunately you can miss and things can go badly. 15's good. Excellent! I beat the first boss. We can advance in the video game. Happy days. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to remove all my equipment. And then put everyone in the back row. And then I'm going to put... After I get my job, I'm going to put character B, or the second player, into White Wizard. So, again, like I said, this is the English translation patch. So this is going to look a bit weird compared to what you would get on the Famicom version. But glitches can be done on an English translation patch and the original version. So the Japanese version is pretty glitchy. So you get things like you can do the 7-minute run, which you do like classy, or you basically do a wrong warp. You only fight, I think, 3 or 4 encounters in the whole run. And you do lots of like really interesting menuing, which you can do in this as well, but there's a faster one that I'm going to be showing off in a bit. So there we go. Things are going great. So the next thing I'm going to do is change the White Wizard, because I need to do that to set up the next fight. I'm going to get some money, then I'm going to sell some items and buy some items, and that is going to sort me out for the next bit. And hopefully the glitch plays well, because it's you know, give or take essential to actually finish the run. So here's hoping. Yeah, what's up, Solgren? You should. I actually wonder if the email still works. I mean, of course it won't, but what would happen? What is the automated response you get? Okay, here we go. Gameplay. Gameplay has returned. So, job. So I've now unlocked some jobs, like the White Wizard. And I want to talk to the Crystal. It's very important. And then we leave with the teleporter. Okay, so now we're going to go back in to the cave. So alter cave, because there's some goodies for me. How you doing? So 2,000 gil, pretty good. And now comes party time. So, first time, we're in Ur now. So I'm going to go to the inn. I'm not going to do anything really in terms of resting, but I'm going to sell everything except my leather helms. So that's why I pick up some things, including the 2 South Winds, because that gives me 1 more. So I buy 99 eye drops, because I'm going to play shenanigans with the eye drops. Having 99 of an item and a certain item slot can do pretty cool things. So, well, 3 potions here. Now, I did have a potion, so you could have said, well, why don't you just keep 1 and then pick up 2 or whatever. But the money is very important. Okay, so now comes the tricky bit. So, just a couple of frame perfect inputs. And then we should be sorted to go. So, I'm going to stop on the left tile of Kaz's. I'm going to do it, then I'll explain it. So, where my inventory? Very important. So, eye drops need to be in my right slot, last but 2. Then in my last right slot, I need to have the leather helm. And then potion in the slot 1. Save. It's important I don't have any previous slaves. Saves. Slaves, what am I saying? Okay, here we go. Frame perfect movement. Also not a joke, by the way. So if you hold start, you instantly go to the screen. That freezes your RNG. Then I need to move on specific frames going into the screen and into the cave. I should have 2 skeletons, which I do. That's not what I want to do. Okay, I want to attack, 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 which is fight in this game. Okay, so what I want out of this fight is 2 eye drops. Very important. So everything I do in the fight actually matters. So not necessarily every input, but every action I confirm, if I don't do the same action every time, I'll get different results. It will affect the battle RNG. So by doing this specific set of actions, this guarantees that I get 2 eye drops at the end of it. If I don't get 2 eye drops at the end of it, things are going badly. So let's see what happens. I should get 2. I should absolutely get 2. Okay, there's my double eye drops. Okay, now this is pretty rad. So that's the first trick of the run. So I'm not going to go to the inn. And we're going to have a little chat with Sid. So that probably didn't look like much, but you will hopefully remember that I had 99 eye drops, but I forced the enemy to drop 2 items. So obviously you can't have more than 99 in this game. Obviously there's some games you can have more, but in this one the maximum you can have is 99. So what that's done is done some overflowy, underflowy nonsense, and it's affected my level of my first player. So just to show it off, so the job of character 1 is now a red wizard, and his level is level H5, so that's very important. So if you're level H5, you're then sorted. Okay. Oh look, an airship in the desert. What a wonder. And the other thing I've done is I've actually duplicated some items. So I've changed what they are. So I had leather helms before. I've now got a slightly different item there, which I'm going to sell shortly for monies. So now we're in the Cave of Seal. We've got another boss to fight. So again, this is one of these ones where all the steps matter. So there's an encounter in the next step. So let's use a potion. Oh look, onion helms. And also you'll see that my inventory has been reshuffled as well. So like my items got sent to the front or the top of my item list rather than being at the bottom still. So this is fine. So basically with every dungeon, the important thing that you need to do is take your steps correctly. So what I've done is I've actually compiled every single map that's used in the run. Okay, so it is this step, this tile. So I also got the cure spell, so I'm going to give that to my white mage. Because not only can I use potions to avoid encounters, I can also use cure magic. So this is Sarah. She's going to follow us around for a bit. She's not really much of a hassle. Okay, here we go. Now, this one is important because for some reason, not all the maps have got the same, or the correct sets, so I need to check this one. So it shouldn't be this tile, it should be this tile. This should be where I need to do it. I hope. This could go wrong. If it goes wrong, then bad things will happen. But it should be the second tile. So hopefully I don't get an encounter in the next tile. Okay, good, that's fine. And then it's not this one, but this one. And again, white magic. Good. And then we're just going to continue on. So I don't want anything else in this dungeon because I've already power leveled very nicely, and it's just time to go fast. So here's the first enemy of this dungeon, and it's the boss. So Sarah's got some beef with Jin, so obviously we need to save her. So I guess I'll see what my level H5 does. So let's just do some attacking and see what happens. Oh, there you go. It's not bad. 1,000 damage is okay. I'll take that, I suppose. So I'm now super powerful, that's top tier. That's great. So we saved the day from that dungeon. Right, so now I've got a little fetch quest to do.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yeah, by all means, go for it, Sharice.
Okay, we have a donation of $10 from Rexar. Thank you for the donation. Also wanted to add in that if anyone wanted to see the schedule to see what of the games that are currently going on in the marathon, you can check that out at esamarathon.com/schedule.
All right, so I'm now down here for some reason in this castle, and let's just go pick up my airship again. So airships don't always increment encounters, but they can increment your threat level. So it's important to keep an eye on that. So now we meet Sid. Sid is one of these fabled characters that you find a lot in Final Fantasy games. So he's typically your, the guy that owns the airships or makes the airships or does something to do with travel. So let's just have a little chat with this wizard. So he's going to disappear, and he's going to, I don't know, pimp out our airship, I guess. There we go. And I on my own. Happy days. All is well. Let's rock it. Alright, so this is a tile I need to cure on to avoid encounter. 6 cures left. Now, onto the airship. I guess we can just like travel the world now. Oh no! That's fine. So, blow up the boulder. Boulder blows up you. That's all fine. And now we're going to go to Canaan. So we go up. And I guess we'll just leave Sid off. He's now happy. So he's back home. And I don't need to do anything here, so I'm just gonna walk away. I'm good there. Left a tile, and then another cure. Okay, so I guess we'll check out this mountain down here. Oh no, what is this? Can you romance it? You actually can't, unfortunately not. We can pretend to, though, Holistic Field. Okay, so now I just got swept away by this giant dragon creature. What is that about? So we're in Dragon's Nest now. So let's avoid a few more encounters, I guess. The flag is for the south of Ireland. So, fun fact, before the Northern Irish flags were there, for a laugh, I set my nationality on speedrun.com to Irish, south of Ireland. So if you go into my speedrun.com page, it will say County Down, Northern Ireland. But for some reason, whenever I do events, it always says south of Ireland, which is totally fine with me. Okay, so again, only got 2 cures left. Hopefully that's okay. So I pick up the arrow spell there. Oh no, he's back. He's back for more. Right, it's fine. We're in his nest now. What's this? That doesn't look like an egg. Oh look, it's a person. Alright, cool. This is Dash. So a fun, interesting thing about Final Fantasy 3, for whatever reason, you tend to like pick up a lot of extra characters you don't get to use in battle. Okay, I really need to get a good run here. If I die, this will be horrendous. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Are you serious? That's stupid. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Now, so again, in the same way that earlier, against that first boss that I didn't have a save before, it was important that my 3 characters lived so that I was set up for the manipulation. With Bahamut, I have had it where someone died, and one of the things I was trying to do didn't work, so we're fine. Because he can do a lot of damage, he can. Okay, so steps are important here. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really cool for that. The game's pretty crazy. So, mini character B, and then we're going to go. So now that I've got some levels and stuff, let's switch out A for B. We're going to use a mini on everyone. So we're all tiny now. Very cool. Okay. Now, here we go. And this will take us into our next town, which is Tosus. Very fun music. Oh my god, dude, move. Not cool, man. Not cool. Okay, so I guess we'll do some more shopping here, because why not? We don't actually rest it in, so I'm going to sell all my eye drops. I don't need those. And I don't need my onion helms, so But what I do want, I want potions. Lots of potions. Because why burn through all my cure spells, which I will run out of, when I can just use potions instead, and I can buy a ton of them. So now we go up to this house. This belongs to a doctor. But I'm going to check the shelf. Oh, look, some magic. So I've now got Cure 2. Very nice. Okay, he wants an antidote. Let's give it to him. There we go. So he suddenly feels better. It does have a quality soundtrack. That is, you know, a commonly loved thing about it. Okay, so here we go. We're now in Toza's tunnel. So I can check if my steps are correct. In fact, well, I say check. They've got to be correct. Otherwise, bad things will happen. So there we go. Beautiful. So there really aren't that many times in the run where you do a hard reset that sets your RNG. Where you can actually, you know, go back and recover things, where you wouldn't actually have to do a reset and go back quite a long way. So it's pretty important that this all goes pretty well. We are small because I used the mini spell on my entire party. And it's also important that I use it on the whole party. If I just used it on one character, I wouldn't actually be able to get into the town of Tozus because it's like a mini town. Okay, so don't step too far. There we go. Viking Cave. Or Viking Cove, actually. Alright. So I want one thing very specifically when I'm... Oh, leave me alone. These guys are the worst. So I want a specific item here. So let's go pick that up. It's the left chest. It's got the spell Ice 2. And the reason for that is there are a couple of points in the run where you do actually have to be in the mini status. And when you're mini status, it affects your strength quite a lot. So it allows me to use spells instead of... Okay. Boat. And up. Okay. So here, and then left across. And now we're in Nepto Shrine. Okay, so let's talk to Nepto. Okay, now, here's a not so cool thing about FF3. So let's put the ice on A, and let's just keep using our cures. So a not particularly cool thing about FF3 is that if you walk against water tiles, for every frame you do that, you will increment your threat level. So if I was to keep walking against the water there, I would get encounters earlier than I should do. But not only that, they actually have a really good beneficial use as well. And what you can do, you can talk to the water. And if you talk to the water, you know, so when you turn and talk to it without using extra frames of movement, you can skip encounters by doing that rather than going into the menu and doing cures and potions. Alright, next boss. Big Rat. Okay, so as you can see, I'm minied, so I do not want to do physical attacks. I have before forgotten to put Ice 2 on the damn dog, which is not a good thing. There we go, another boss down. Good stuff. Happy days. Okay, now, I absolutely want to pick up Nepto's Eye. That is important. If I don't pick up Nepto's Eye, I can't advance the game. Okay, here we go. Water's good for you. No reason not to talk to it. Okay, so it's 1, 2, third pillar. Okay. Very big damage. You'll see some even crazier damage later on. Okay, last tile of this bit. Heal. And then it's the one that matches up with the pillar here. So I don't know how it affects my player 1 in terms of health with the mini status, but the other ones have their set 32 health. And it's here. Okay. There we go, that's that done. So now I give him his eye, I suppose. He'll want that. Then we're onto the world map. Okay, so I've now got the water flying. This is excellent. It's not too bad. Well, the way I've got it is I've literally got all the screens and like where to walk and how to walk. Okay, again, it's important I walk under that water tile because that will stop me getting an extra encounter. I'll explain that in a bit. Okay, mini all. Very important to mini your entire party. Cure. Okay. Right. If I'd messed anything up at this point, it's actually not the worst thing in the world because we do have a hard reset very soon. So here's another heal. Okay, so generally when you hard reset, it's because you're going to do a skip or a glitch or a trick. So I want to line up with this tile specifically and then rearrange my inventory. So you've got an idea that's going on now. So water flying potion, arrow, cure 2. Now this time I actually want to save on slot 2, 3, and 1. Alright, so the last time it was really important I only had a save. Hard reset. It was really important I only had a save, or no saves at all, and I had 1. I saved only on slot 1. Sorry. So I had no saves prior, and I saved in slot 1. Because it affects lag on loading. So I want 2 potions from this fight. That's what I want to see. So let's see. Huzzah, 2 potions. We're in good stead. Let's move on to the next bit. Oh, so line up here. Got some new items. So Toad, Exit, and Waterfang. Just make sure that's all correct. Yep. And then... So I'll be doing a lot of this. Saving, hard resetting, and then doing frame perfect movement to get items. So I should get the same encounter every single time. Oh, look, there it is again. But this time... Because I don't want the loading lag, I want to have all 3 saves. So that's important, alright? So if you do this category and you do it this way, it's very important that the first time you've got no saves, you do like you reset your RAM, no saves. And then the second save, lovely, 2 potions, excellent. Alright, Earthfang. Okay, so I want to use Toad and Exit. And that's fine. Earthfang. So potion needs to be last but 2. And Earthfang needs to be last but 1. And then let's go another round. Okay, so I make sure I've got everything right here. Just gonna check it up. So Waterfang, arrow, that's all fine. So I've got that Waterfang, which is good. I've got the Earthfang, which is what I need. So this is here. And then we've got 1 more. So I should have the loot, I believe, now. Okay.
Do we have time for some donations?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so first we have $10 from Anonymous. Thank you so much for donating. And we have $5 from Angry Light that says, as the Great Fry says, shut up and take my money.
Thanks, Angry. It's good to see you here too. Okay, last fight. So basically what I've been doing is putting items into certain slots in my inventory, overflowing my potion amount, and that has allowed me to get new items, which is excellent. Okay, so now, remember that the first player was called Damp Dog? If you have a look at the screen now in the inventory in the battles, you'll see he's actually now called Emp Dog. What's Emp Dog, I hear you say? Cure. And now I need to use Toad for this dungeon. That's the caveat for this one. So for some reason, as part of that glitch, I get my character's name changed. Okay, here we go. Now that I'm in the dungeon, I can get rid of Toad. So let's do that. Cure. That is the I want to be the Barshi creator. Okay. So now we're in this dungeon. And I can just start using potions now. So the reason to use cure instead of potions is if you're already in the magic menu. So it just saves you going out of the menu into the items and then like potioning and stuff like that when you're using things like Mini and Toad, which do get used a number of times in the run. So I'm just going to potion, avoid encounters. I do appreciate that people still know what Updog is. Oh no! So there's some dude that like owns this tower, and he like pulls little like pranks on you and tries to scare you by like sending lightning beams or shocks, which is not really nice because it's pretty much the same sound that you get when you get an encounter. So if you're not thinking about it, and you just like play on, you might think that you got an encounter and be like, oh no, and runs over. Since we're right now, Snow Bunsy. Alright, here we go. Skip counter here. Hey, thanks, Sniper. Okay. So, unfortunately, this is one of these games where you do need to pay a lot of attention, and there really isn't downtime for the runner to go through things. Right, let's see. You've never played one and you're not sure what to do. So, it depends. There are several factors that I would go into when deciding what my first Final Fantasy would be. So the first thing is, what's the era of games that I generally play? So if I mainly play old school Nintendo or Dreamcast or Master System games and things like that, then you've got a little more impetus to go for a game that's on that console or using that hardware. Okay, next boss, Medusa. Oh, it's Medusa who was on top of this. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so let's do something a little crazy here. I'm going to use Ice All on my team, which is just a terrible idea. Well, it's okay. I mean, I've got lots of health. I might be fine. I might survive. We'll see what happens. Oh, thank heavens. I survived. Okay. So that just means that the others don't get turns. It's just quicker for later on. But then the other thing you can think about... So FF1, right, it has a narrative. It has a story. But you've got 4, like, non-defined characters, right, of different character classes. FF2 actually has set characters, but a lot of people dislike the mechanics of the first one. So, generally, I would say... What do you normally play on? Like, if you play most of your games on Steam, or you play a lot of modern games, why not get one of the remakes? And things like that. Like, 4, 5, and 6 are really good fun and quite funny. Like, really enjoyable, but a lot of fun. He did get swole. Lovely bit of funeral music here for Dash. So he sacrificed himself for us so that we could continue on. 7 is a bit more serious, and that was, started off like the 3D era with it. So like 7, 8 are relatively similar. Okay, I need to just check my steps here because it's really important. Okay, I can go through this tile. I can't go through that tile. And I'm going to go up into Dwarf Cave. Very important. So this bit's quite tricksy because you go in and out of Dwarf Cave quite a lot and other dungeons. And if you're not thinking, you might just say, oh, I've already done Dwarf Cave and skip past it. So it is very important to think. I'm just going to buy some weapons. I mean, like, I'm already pretty strong as it is, but why not get even stronger, right? Because that makes sense. But like the heavy like story-based ones with advancement and stuff like that. 7's a good place to go. So, right, I want to toad all. So again, I do still need to toad my entire party. And that's going to allow me to get into the next dungeon. So a lot of that going on. Right, let's get some Tearvings on. There we go. Now we're going to be doing severe damage. Okay. But once again, now that I'm in the dungeon, I can get rid of my toad status. And using a cure because it's more efficient than using a potion. So this is another place as well where you have to be careful because not only can you talk to water and walk against water and it increments your threat and your steps. What also does that is walking against void tiles. And 10-2's gameplay is top tier. 100% top tier. 6 is a fantastic game. The thing is, like, I genuinely enjoy every Final Fantasy game. I have yet to play one that I haven't enjoyed. And I think one of the factors for me personally when it comes to that is most of them I speedrun rather than play casually. So the first game I played was 7, and I went casually 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and then I stopped playing games for a while. You know, what with university and things and career prospects. So then when I went to uni, I then played the originals, and really dug them. And since then, I've taken up speedrunning pretty much every single Final Fantasy game. I've learned 1 to 12 so far. And there are ways to find me doing that. Okay. There's Gutso. Or Guzko. It's not a difficult fight. Okay. Let's talk to the horn. Oh, I can explain that stuff in a sec. Okay, so now I've got the exit spell, I can get out of here. Right, now, important thing. Back into Dwarf Cave. So even though my next screenshot is when I do a step on the world map, it's after I do this because I don't need to do any steps. So you can... What's that weird bar that's behind my character? I don't really get that. So let's get rid of... there are speedruns for 11, that is a thing. Okay, so let's put the horn back down, I guess. That seems like a smart move. Oh no. So basically, games that weren't released sequentially with the North American release have been given different numbers. So FF2, Japanese, wasn't released in North America, so it's called number 4 rather than number 2. Alright. Let's get out of here. Okay, so here. Beautiful. Potion. Excellent. Okay, so it's Fire Temple time. I want down to the Fire Temple from here. Oh look, it's the music from the start. Likewise, 3 didn't have a North American release, so it's 6. Here. Okay. So one thing I generally do as well is I check, you know, how am I going to be skipping encounters in a dungeon? Oh, the line behind me was Gutsko. Turns out. Nasty man. Followed me. I thought I beat him, but nope. He sure showed me. So I'm only going to be potion healing here. This is good to know. Fire tiles can as well, or lava tiles can increment your steps. So don't walk against them more than you have to. Okay. So this one I'm going to actually count out in particular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's the tile before, the lava tile before the stairs. So there are quite a few encounters that are very easy to avoid by using a potion. So either small screens or screens that have got tiles. But there's some that are quite long. So as well as also having screenshots of every single screen that we use in the run, I also have... Oh, it's Gutsko again. But what? He's now a salamander. Okay, well, we know salamanders hate ice. Let's take him down. I also have grids overlaid on it, so I can count every single tile. Because it is an NES game, it's an 8-bit tile-based game. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's talk to the crystal. You don't always talk to the crystals, but this one I absolutely want to talk to the crystal. Exactly right. Okay, and now I could just exit. I don't need to go to... Okay, it's not that one. It's this tile. And back into Dwarf Cave. So again, like I said, this, but I always want to make really sure that I've done it. Oh, look. I saved the villager. I didn't even notice. Oh, cool. I have no idea what that does, so I guess we'll just leave him alone and move on. Now, really important here. This is the dwarf that makes the magic. Right? So you get a magic key from him. It is really important you pick up the magic key from him. If you don't, you'll have a really bad time later on. Okay, so let's see. It's here. And it's a potion. I personally can. I have that level of influence in this world. Others would feel where I succeeded. Okay, and then it's here. Yep. So this time I want a mini all again, so I'm going to cure first. And then mini all. Okay. And then down here. And then I'm looking for the top of the castle to leave the screen, which is here. And then that's the last one. So, potion there. And then the next one, I'm literally just taking a reference with the temple. So it's this tile, and then I hold left. And then I park here. Now, this is really important. This is really important. On the world map, if you walk against like water tiles or sea tiles, that can affect your steps, okay? So if I didn't walk all the way right there onto that water tile, I would get an extra encounter in this dungeon. Okay, so here we go. What? Okay, so apparently I just got arrested for no reason? Oh well. So we're in Castle High now. I guess we'll just, go through it. That's a thing. So no encounters in this area, which is really nice. So let's swan on through here. None in this. And then this is where I find out whether or not I actually did do the correct step. Excellent. Everything's perfect. So, again, want to get rid of Mini. So cure first. Mini all. And we're set to go. So I'm going to, again, just count this out. So, 1, 2, 3. That's the tile I want to be on. And it's all potions until I get to the next boss. So yeah, I honestly think the only other time this has been in a marathon was AGDQ 2014 bonus stream, and Duckfist did it, and it's a considerably different version of this route. This one's pretty badass. I don't know if Chrono Kirby came up with it, but I think he definitely popularized it. Hang on, what do you mean awful writing? Because you could argue that 1 or 2 had awful writing. I did get both though. Arrested for keeping a step count. What a monster. Oh look, blue, greeny ocean. Don't want that. Okay. And it's Hein! I guess we'll just take him down. There you go. Okay, so we've finally hit a boss that takes more than 1 hit to kill. Amazing. Okay. Happy days. Alright, so now we're getting into some tricky encounters here. Alright. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Wait, what? I can't go into the... What is happening? What's up, Chocobungle? Oh, that's the king! Remember the king from, like, ages ago? He's come to save the day. But it doesn't look like it's working. It is, Tom. Hello. It is. It's silly and it's weird, but it's very good. It's good fun. All right, Living Forest. What are we doing here? Fairies. Oh, it's a Zelda game now. This actually, like, this is uncannily like an area in Zelda. It really is. But that's okay. Oh, more stuff. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we're back in the world map. We're in control. So now I want to go talk to the king. So I line up there, and that puts me on the left tile of the castle. We're just gonna go up and talk to him. Yeah, that's a big thing about like the early FFs is they don't hold your hands, and not even in like this game is really difficult. Like where to go can be really hard to find as well, which isn't great. I'm doing great, Tom. How are you? Okay, so I've got my time gear. Very important. Let's get out of here. Okay, so now again I'm gonna line up with the same tile, which is not this one but the next one. I think. Should be this tile, okay. And then it's not this tile, but this tile. And hopefully, I don't get an encounter on the next tile. Damn! Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So what that means is that... So I did the step, or I did the potion, or whatever, 1 tile too early. So, I need to get my steps back. Yeah, I was 1 tile too high. That was my bad. Okay, so... Let's just advance the story. Go to Canaan. And then we'll figure out how we're going to fix the steps later. So, time gear. Oh, no, wrong stop. Okay. Alright. Top left. Here we go. Alright, now this is sketchy, but we'll be okay. Time gear. Okay. No. I want to exit. Okay. Alright, we can fly. But I also need... This is going to be annoying. Sorry, everyone. I need a metronome for just a little bit. Just to find where I'm going. Because we're not going to go to a different island. So don't mind me. It's only a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Get rid of that. There we go. So that just lines me up with this island. Give or take. There we go. And I want to land here. Okay. So now in the shipwreck. I'll get chat back up in a second so I can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to use a potion on this person. So I used an antidote on the person ages ago. I'm going to use a potion to bring this person back. Okay, here we go. Alright. And... where is it? Okay. Escape. Okay. And don't forget that this can fly, because when you're flying you don't increment steps. When you're not flying, you increment steps. Okay. So the problem is I don't remember exactly what happens when you take an encounter. So I'm either one step ahead. I think I'm one step ahead. Maybe. So I should use... potentially 2 potions. So we're going to talk to this crystal in the water temple. Right. So I need to get this sorted quickly as well, because this can go bad real quickly. So okay. So here we go. Right. So let me just see. So okay. So this is where I'm meant to do it. I'm going to do 2 potions here. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. I think we're fine. I think we're back. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay, let's just see. Okay. Oh, damn, that didn't work. Okay. So, once again... Right, so I was 1 step behind... Okay, so let's figure this out now. Okay, so I do the same thing again, and then I'm 1 step behind. That's what we're going to do, okay? That's the plan. So, it's... Let me just count it out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's where we normally get it. Alright, ready? Potion. Potion. Skip this one. And now I need to do everything 1 step early. So here, and it's potion. Okay, here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, what I could do is do another potion to get another step behind, because I'm supposed to do 2 extra steps in the next, in the final area. So what I now need to do is count like crazy, because everything needs to be 1 step earlier. So I'll be really taking care to check all my heals, because we do not want to get lots of extra encounters. 1 extra encounter is fine, 2 is okay. If I like completely lose my step count, I can lose like up to an hour by just having to fight everything. So let's not do that. Let's focus and still try to talk. It's all good. This is good though because I know where I am. I'm one step. If I could take one step in the Kraken room, that would be really nice. That would be me set back on step, but that's okay. There is a hard reset. Unfortunately, it's after the next dungeon, which is one of the longest dungeons in the game. The speedrun is awesome. I highly recommend it to anyone and everyone. Okay, so we're going to do it here. Okay, that's fine. So one thing that can happen is, of course, being behind. Okay, so it's now here. If I was meant to miss an encounter by one tile, I'll get that encounter. Okay, good. So this is the water temple. I guess there are some general Final Fantasy things that also carry over in this game. So Water Fiend is probably going to be Kraken. Okay. No. Okay, fine. So I need to take 2 extra steps before I trigger Kraken. That's really important as well. Otherwise I'll be too far ahead and then things will get bad. Okay. The potions replace encounter. So if I use a potion on the tile before an encounter, it eats the encounter. Kraken. Okay. So again, we're still in the realms of more than one attack to kill an enemy. Goodness me. How horrendous. Okay, that's fine. We're all good. Okay, so, oh gosh, another person sacrificed himself for us. And she's a princess as well. I feel terrible. Okay. There we go. So I don't want to talk to this crystal. I talked to the one before. We're going to ignore this. Let's just get out of here. Once I get control of my characters again. Exactly. It was a super arrow. Like, it was top tier. But one of the really nice things in Final Fantasy 3, they make you listen to the music. Right? I couldn't do any inputs there. They wouldn't have done a single thing. Oh my goodness, the world map has changed. It's fine. Nobody panic. So apparently there's a whole underwater island right there. Incredible. So we've now got Overworld 2. So I still want to get out. Okay, so we found ourselves again. Another place has just crumbled and gone to the world. So let's just get out of here. No, actually, let's go back in. Let's go back in. I like this. Let's check out this town. Amur. Okay. So we were in the town of Ur earlier. Now we're in the town of Amur. Who are these guys? So they are the Warriors of Light. Oh, they're the guys. Okay, so they clearly are the guys from Final Fantasy 1. I see. So, I mean, this game must be set several years in the future then. Very cool. Alright, so let's follow them and see what's up. Oh, look! Wizard! Oh, here we go again. The Warriors of Light have arrived. And are leaving again. What? Oh, so they're eavesdropping? What? Why? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna follow this old guy then. That's cool with me. The cooler Warriors of Light. Okay, well, I guess he wants us to go into the sewers. Let's get on that then. So, here we go. Sewer time. This music tells you things are going to go wrong. Okay, so I want to do it here. So again, only potioning. No cures in this dungeon. Okay, no encounters here. Let's just advance on. Oh, look! What? So, okay. Well, clearly the Warriors of Light didn't do a very good job. They got really easily captured by some, like, worm things. Wait, hang on. Goblins? Right. They were not goblins a second ago. What is this? Alright, whatever. That's fine. All right. Well, that was fun. So I guess we saved the day. We can continue with our story.
I just wanted to take a chance and talk about some upcoming some bid wars that are getting close to close.
Yeah, please do.
For the upcoming runs. We have the Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green run. There are bid wars for the naming the fly Pokemon, naming the cut Pokemon, and then choosing the starters. Currently, the starter Pokemon that's in the lead is Charmander by $25, and the fly Pokemon is going to be named Yeet for $5.01. You can still have a chance to snipe this and rename the fly Pokemon. The cut Pokemon currently doesn't have any donations, so you can name the cut Pokemon for this game. So yeah, game's on if you want to be able to name the Pokemon for Fire Red and Leaf Green run.
Okay, so let's hope I get this one right. So it's this tile now? Yeah, this tile. We're almost at the point where I don't need to worry because there's a hard reset. Yes, indeed. That was a very emphatic eat. I don't do that. Let me just check there are no more encounters that are going to catch me out. No, we're all good until we get into Goldor's Mansion. Okay, now tiles 1, 2. It's on tile 2. Actually, I'm just going to check it. Yeah, definitely tile 2. Okay. Alright. Now, this is why I got the magic key so long ago off the dwarf. If I didn't, I would have... Oh. If I didn't get the magic key, I would have to turn into a thief. Now, let me just get this right. So I need to take 6 extra steps. 2, 4, 6. If I could take 5, I would, but unfortunately I can't. So again, taking extra steps just gives me more favorable encounters. You only do it a couple of times. It's not a super common thing in the run, which is quite nice, so it's not super essential. It just gives you better encounters. Alright, Goldor, I challenge you, or something. Oh boy. Fight! He's got pretty cool armor. I yote. Yote is what I say for past tense, but I spell it Y-O-T-E. Alright, we beat him. Now, this is an important one as well. So remember when I said about not talking to crystals? You must absolutely talk to this crystal, because it's no longer a crystal. It, in fact, is a key. It's a staff. Right, now we can get out of here. No. Okay, I need to get this right, because it's going to be here is where I need to do the encounter skip. Check it. We're now going to go into the Chocobo Forest. Very cool. Now, fortunately, we are going to do a hard reset soon. So, as long as I get the Chocobo without wasting too many steps, I should be fine. There is a chance I would get an extra encounter. Fly. Okay, I need my reference, which is not the first sticky out of it, but the second sticky out of it. And that takes me to the island I need to go to. Here we go. I'm going to park here. So if my steps were really bad and I took ages to get the Chocobo, I would get an encounter here. And I didn't, so that's good. Une Shrine. So, I'm just going to use my loot. That's true. It could be a crystal key or a crystal blade or a crystal key blade. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay. So some of you might remember, like with the glitches earlier on, like the dupes in the inventory, I got some like fangs and stuff. So I do need some of those fangs. They're quite important. Fortunately, Une gives me the Farfang, so I don't need to worry about some things. And she's now back to good health. So because that last bit is one place where you don't actually have complete control of steps, like you could wait out like getting favorable steps with the Chocobo, but it makes as much sense to to just do a hard reset. Now, important thing as well, if I only talk to Une once and I go out of here, she doesn't join the party, I don't get the fireflying. Very important you talk to her twice. There we go. There's my fireflying. Okay, here we go. So, oops, don't want to do that because that'll change my steps. Although that doesn't really matter. So we'll see if I get an encounter. I shouldn't, but I might. Excellent. Okay, so now I want to line up over here with a particular step. So it's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's here. So I want to pause or land here, and then we'll do a hard reset, and then our steps are back. Yay! Okay. I is not what I was meant to do. Okay. So, important, again, like I said before, sometimes you want to walk over water tiles, sometimes you don't. If you don't do that specific movement, then you will get an encounter earlier than that. Okay, so here we go. Another dungeon. Ancient cave. So, here we go. Potion. Yes! It feels good to have encounters on the right tiles again. Yeah, there's going to be some pretty cool stuff. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it's the top dark tile on the left here. And again, it's only potions for this bit. No cures to get out. And on we go. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Okay. So what we're going to do, just for ease, I went into the wrong place. So I would have lost like two... Oh goodness, now I'm messing up. Okay, let's just focus. That was my bad, I just was not paying attention. I was reading about black magic. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. What? I did not know that was a land tile. Right, now I'm going to really focus, and everything's going to go brilliantly. Here we go. Potion. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're back in business. Okay. Got a potion here. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. It is just to add tension and dramatic irony or something. Some nonsense like that. Fill in your own excuse, ladies and gents. It's fine. I did it so we could hear the music some more. Definitely. Okay. And again. Right. It's the second door, believe it or not, that we go into for this dungeon. Because I went on the my map and I was like, hang on a minute. This doesn't match up. These rooms look weird. Okay, one here. Okay. You unsubscribe and resubscribe. That's the general rule. Okay, let's do some more counting just to make sure I get this right. So, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is Measle. I agree. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ethan. It's very kind. So it's 3 before the end, which is 1, 2, 3. Here. Oh, there's a lot of counting that I do in a lot of my runs for some reason. Okay, and this is the second one, which is here. Yep. I really hope this is the tile. Our survey says, huzzah! So, because these are rectangle tiles rather than square tiles, it can be quite difficult to see where you're lining your encounters up. So, it is useful. What's up, Kitch? To have references or just like count how many steps you do, especially in a dungeon that's coming up, because it is brutal. really brutal as well. Okay. This tile. So there is one more bit where we do hard resets in the run. Okay, hopefully I didn't talk to that tile. Okay, so that's super bad. Okay. And I mean really bad. So me holding left there early was horrendous. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles early. So this could get really bad. So 6 tiles. And this is going to be impossible to count for the maze. Okay, so how are we going to make this work? That's the big question. Okay. Because I can't count 6 tiles in this area. Alright, we'll figure it out. So this is a dungeon where I absolutely 100% don't want to be wrong. And counting the steps is going to take forever. So this is the worst thing that could have happened. So I could go and do that dungeon again, but we'll see. So 6 tiles. Technically, the potential to lose a lot of time in this dungeon is huge, though. That's the problem. Because steps do increment on this airship. Okay, so there's quite a lot of movement before I do anything. What am I doing? Okay, so it's right. Okay, so now I'm 7, 8. Oh man, so this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so this is how long ago did I do that reset to go into that dungeon to get the airship? Because it might honestly be faster. Okay, so I'm now 6 behind without any high potions. But I need my high potions. I'm trying to think what we can do here. Because I'm going to lose a lot of time. Right. To get through this bit. Because there's meant to be the counter's meant to be here. So it is. Was it only 5 minutes? Unless I can count like how many tiles I am off. Alright. Shall we make a decision together? So we can go back and we can do that dungeon again correctly and then get to this point with the correct steps. I'm trying to think how much time I got, because basically I'm gonna have to fight every encounter in this dungeon rather than not. Now the fights aren't too slow. Now, the other thing I can do is just guess. For encounters. Damn it, okay. Depends on the game. Right. Because the next dungeon's quite long, and there are quite a lot of encounters. And I am burning through a lot of these. Actually, let's find it. What's the timer at? 1:11. I'm thinking it would be better to go back and do it.
Timer's at 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah. Because I am so... There's nothing I can do about the encounters now. It's completely... I couldn't even count the difference. So let's cut our losses. And just go ham on this. So that was a big mistake on my part. So, totally on me. Unfortunately, it is just this dungeon again. So, here we go. Alright. So you saw just how many tiles I incremented by like walking against the water. Like I barely touched it. I wasn't holding against it. I tapped left. And that's how much was lost because of it. So here we go. Everything really needs to go well from now until the end. We should be okay. I say that. I'm just going to say that with complete optimism. My controller disconnected. There's nothing I could have done. It was literally out of my control. That was final boss manipulation. Blah, 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 etc. Okay. So, I've got 45 minutes to do this. And the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like if I get 1 step off here, it's fine. If I got 2 steps or something, that's fine. 1 or 2 is not a problem. 6 is crazy. I couldn't count 6, especially in the next area. So like 1 step would be okay. Right, 3 from the end. So that's 1, 2, 3. It should be 3. And then 2 before. So that's 3. That's 2 there. Oh, it's absolutely happened before. 100%. I don't think a single runner of this category hasn't at some point accidentally overstepped or walked against water tiles. Right, just be careful. Just be careful. So anyway, as you saw, we got a massive airship. That's really important. Okay. And it actually doesn't do much more than the other one, except it's got like an inn built in, you know, a giant chocobo, a shop with lots of stuff. Alright, we're good. Okay. Right to steering wheel, talk to steering wheel. Right, so this is super important. This dungeon has got to play strongly. It's gotta go well. So I'm absolutely 100% going to take my time with this bit to make sure it goes correctly. See, I want to know what on earth this is. My notes say enter airship on 2 tiles left. I think I know what it means. So I'm just going to use my pictures as references. Okay, here we go. So that was actually much quicker than I thought it was. And definitely quicker doing that than it was to go... that. Okay, so my notes say talk a lot. If I confirm against anything, my notes say talk. Okay, here we go. Exit. Now, again. Wait for the grass. And then we go down. That lines us up with here. Stick against the wall. Stay right against it. Okay. Now. Okay, so the first thing, so we go right. And then we go right. And then we go down. And we go down. Okay, now. It's not this tile. This tile. Enter the airship. Here we go. 99 high potions. Okay, got my high potions. Let's get out of here. That's down. Then right. It just appears. It's very cool like that. Down. Up. And it's on this tile, and it's a potion. I press the button. Okay. Then up. Then right. Right. Up. 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 And then it is a potion on this tile. We're back. We're locked in. Let's do it. Left. Up. And it's right at the end. And it's enter airship. Take 2 extra steps. Talk to steering wheel again. Left. Second down. That was the third down. I am so dumb. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Okay. Right. So. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right. So that first encounter. Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens. Keep it darkness. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So I need to find out when I get the first encounter. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Although this dungeon is awfully bad. Okay. So. Assuming that first encounter wasn't the wrong one, which is way, way earlier. I know that. Okay. So I am technically, so that is, so it should have been the top of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles out. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just check it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where I want to be. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Double potion. Or high potion. That's a bummer. Yeah. So that's where it should be. And then I'm now 6 steps behind. Right. Let's see if this works. Because it needs to work. Okay, so 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I was only 5. Damn it. Okay, so this is horrible. Okay, so. God, I hate maths. It's so bad. Okay, so. Let's make sense of this now. Let's make sense of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I was 6 behind. So I was actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got the encounter there. So I'm now 6 behind. So I do double potion and I stay 6 behind. Please work. Okay. So we're here. So it is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which will be here. Double potion, and we're 6 behind. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be at the top. I hope this works. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the bottom. Okay. 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 So it's here. Okay, and then the next one. It's at the hole. Well, I now know where my steps are. The problem I could potentially come across is if I get an encounter on the end of one screen, that I should have got like somewhere in the middle of another screen. But I can't really do much about that. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is here. Okay, shouldn't be any encounters on this room. Okay, now this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. Oh, why, Jack? Okay. And then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is one tile left of this. Let me just check. Yep, here. Okay. And then it's not down here, it's down here. And then the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Kiku, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be the dark tile, I think. Yeah. This one. Okay, good. Yeah, it's okay. Once we get through here, we're sorted. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all the way in the left here. No. Should be it for this screen. Welcome to FF3 backup. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's here. It's all good, man. It's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's the second step on the bottom tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Here. So if anyone's got any other questions about the run, other than me just doing maths, by all means, ask away. Okay. No. Yes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. That's a bit for this screen. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. I'm also going to do some equips now. So you might have noticed that I got some new weapons. The Kiku and the Kotetsu. So I'm going to switch to an M Knight. And equip them. Because they're more powerful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. I am counting every step that I need to do because my step count's wrong. Oh, a glitch right at the start of the run. It'd be hard to explain now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. We're so close. We're so close. We've almost got out of here. Sort of. Last screen. Last screen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I supposed to get a visual cue for this? Okay, there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm counting 6 steps before where I expect the encounter to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's here. 2 more encounters. And then we're back. Two more, then we're back. 2 more, then we're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's right here at the end. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay, now this one's going to be really hard to count. 1, 2, 1, 2. Flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's... it could be here. But it might be one more. It's such a long screen and you can't see anything. Damn, I was one off. That's fine. Okay, so check out the damage that the M Knight does, though. Preview. Max damage. Okay. One more hard reset than the last dungeon. Okay. So I might get one more because I'm behind, but I might not. We'll see. Right, let's go. Yeah, so every single step in threat fields or encounter fields matters. And you can manipulate every single encounter. Talk to the... Oh, come on. Really? 1 step? That's annoying. Okay. So like I said, if you're 1 step or 2 steps off, you're solid. More than that, it gets pretty tricky to count. But it's fine. I can just cheese through everything. That encounter pulled a sneaky on us. This could be interesting. I've only got 0-3 at 5 health. Oh, that's fine. Apparently I've got more. That's okay. No, this game's a hot mess. It's fine. Alright. Boom. Hackathon! Right, we got to fly now. So true. Okay, Hackathon's down. Here we go. So, we've literally got a little bit of duping to do. And then we're solid. Now, I do have to get out of this area, which is going to suck. Because there are encounter skips here. So. Just going to guess. 1, 2, 3. So up. Up. So the next one's at the end of this row. Remove all. Back to Red Wizard. And then inventory management. Potion on 1. High potion on 2. That blank. Kiku. Tirving. Windfang goes beside the Tirving. Kotetsu in slot 2. And it goes Earth, Fire, Wind. Alright. Okay. Right. Down. Right. Down. Oops. He's looking good. So the next skip. No, there it was. So I can take down a harpy nice and easy. So we're going to be cutting this close. Really close. We're almost out. We're almost out. We're almost out. We're almost out. Almost out, almost out, almost out. Oh goodness. Okay. I don't know if I can do the last dungeon in 25 minutes. We'll see. Oh, come on. That was stupid. That is annoying. These guys are also immune to ice. So I can't use ice on them. Okay, 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 okay. Slow, slow, slow. Yeah, I also don't have a weapon on because I don't want it for the next bit. Because I will be using ice too. Oh man, okay. Okay. There we go. Up. I'm gonna go inside the ship because I do need a high potion anyway. Might as well burn some steps, see what happens. Come on! Okay, okay, we're there, we're there. We made it. We made it. We made it, we made it, we made it. Let's go. Alright. So. Straight across. Alright. I gotta be real careful now. Last dungeon, there is no room for errors. So I've got 3 dungeons that I can afford to make 0 mistakes on. Okay, here we go. That's where we want to be. Let's park. Let's check our inventory. So, Potion High, Kotetsu, Earth Fang, Fire Fang, Wind Fang, Tirving, Kiku, Kotetsu. That's us. Okay. So, more shenanigans. So again, frame perfect walking. That gets me the right encounter. Which this is. Ice them all. Correct action in battle. I get 2 high potions from this. So now I'm overflowing my high potions rather than my potions. And I get some really cool stuff from it. Okay. Potion high. Kiku. Loot. Tirving. Wind Fang. Fire Fang. Yep. Let's go. Oh, come on. Bad. So there's a lot of this in the early FFs for manipulating encounters. Alright. Okay. So that gets me the Silk's Key, which gets me into the final dungeon. So high potion, Silk's Key, Fire Fang, potion. And I also get break swords, but I'm not going to use them. So I guesstimate that this will actually be more like a 2 hours 10 rather than 2 hours flat. I guess, but we could be wrong. We'll see. Okay, Excalibur, Fire, Silk. Silk's Key, Potion, Fire Fang, Tirving, Wind Fang. It's us. Okay. Okay. Alright. Almost there. So 2 more of these to do, and then we're ready to rock and roll. So we are.
Okay, while you're crawling through dungeons, I just wanted to have a quick reminder that all proceeds are benefiting the Movember Foundation. So if anyone has a few extra bucks, that's where all of the donations are going for this marathon.
Okay. Almost there. Okay. Ragnarok. Fire Silks. Potion. Yep. Let's go. The legendary Joey. Okay. Last one. Nah, we got this on lockdown. Okay. This is it. I think the final dungeon should take about 30 minutes. So, we're a little bit behind. Job. So we're going back to our roots as an onion kid. But now I've got onion swords, which are extremely powerful. So that was the last save of the game. Okay. So, here we go. So I want to line up with this. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. So again, these areas do increment steps. Okay, okay, okay. Just don't panic. Hey look, I can blow up statues. Pretty cool. Alright, so 2 more heals, and then we're ready to rock and roll. 2 more, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so it's here. Yep, high potion. So I can now burn my high potions because I've done all my duping. So it's not here, but here. Okay. Okay, and then... Yep, lands here. Final dungeon. Or 3, depending on how you look at it. Okay, here we go. So basically... From now until the end of the game, I'm literally just going to walk through 3 dungeons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using potions to skip every single encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then kill bosses real easy with my super powerful weapons. I don't know if I'd say I'm an icon in the FF9 community. I would say I'm probably known in the FF9 community. Yeah. Okay, so this is important. In the chest to my right is the Dark Scent. Can't beat the game without the Dark Scent. Let's get ourselves a Dark Scent. Okay. Here. I am being very delicate with the tiptoes. Very delicate. Okay, so it's literally just high potions. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, I'm terrified of getting encounters now. This has to go well. The next one's on the first screen, or the first tile of the next screen. I know that, because you start in tile 2. So it's right here. Okay. 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 Relax. Here. Indeed. That's true. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Step here. Here. So yeah, I'm in Onion now. I don't need any armor because I've got so much health. And I've got 2 Onion Swords, the most powerful weapons in the game. So I'm going to be doing max damage anyway. Okay, here he goes. Okay. Here. It sure does. Alright, second last dungeon. Second last dungeon. I mean, you can really, honestly, you can just enjoy the music here, because it's really nice. All the music at the end of FF3, stellar. Really good soundtrack. Okay. Up. Here. Silk's Key, which I picked up earlier. Okay, we're in. Good. That's what it is. That's all there is to it. Alrighty.
Do we have time for a donation?
Absolutely. As many as you want.
Okay, so we have a donation for $10 from the Yorns. It says $1 for each extra minute of the estimate. Let's go.
I can do that. How much do you have in the pockets? No, Pro. I mean, my soft guess is 10 minutes. It might not be. It could be more. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I think it takes about 30 minutes to do the last dungeon. So hopefully it takes less. If it takes 20, will be great. Okay. Many, many dollars. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely, even with skipping the encounters. It's 3 dungeons. The final area is 3 dungeons. You've got, like, the outsidey bit, which I don't have a name for. Then you've got Silk's Tower. Then you've got, like, the actual, like, World of, or Cave of Darkness. It's crazy. Okay, so this is, like, the second half of, Silk's Tower. Okay. FF2's up there, I'll not lie. You do exactly the same thing in FF1 for the NES, FF2 for the NES, and FF3. They have similar mechanics, but not the same ones. In FF1, on the world map, you would use a tent. And then you would make a save. Then you would walk into the encounter, do a soft reset, and then you would skip that encounter, and you would carry on with whatever route you were doing. But in FF1, you have to fight a lot more encounters. Because you need to level up more and get more money and buy things. Not really glitches, but I mean there aren't. FF1 is play the game and get lucky. In actual dungeons in FF1, you just take every single encounter. No way to skip them. In FF2, on the world map, you save your game. Then you walk into the encounter and you do a soft reset. Then you walk into the encounter. Oh no. You save your game, walk into the encounter, soft reset, and then that skips the encounter. Then on in encounter fields, not on the world map, you can use a potion. Or is that what happened? Let me think. I need to try and get my head around this. Yeah, you can heal. No. You can potion, and you can potion someone that's full health. You cannot cure someone that's full health. So you can cure someone or heal someone. So what we do in that run is we make sure someone's poisoned. It's Guy is the one who gets poisoned. So that when he walks, he takes damage, and we can always heal him no matter what. Tea. Alright. So now we're just having a flashback from all the people that we've helped saved and various interactions with in the past. Very good. In FF3, you use a potion before every encounter, or heal before every encounter, no matter what. Alright, so these dragons, fortunately, get taken care of by our friends from the past. So we can now go and beat the game. If we wanted to be really cheeky, the final boss is Dark Cloud, which we're about to fight. So this is Xande, or Xandi, or Xand, whatever you want to pronounce it. He's boss. So don't forget, we are doing max damage. Oh man, Libra, what a terrifying ability. But now, even though we're doing max damage, it still takes, more than one hit to kill the boss. We're still, intensity here. Okay, so now we're going to fight Dark Cloud, who is the final boss, but it's not time on this boss. This is not a thing. But if we were being really cheeky, we could make this the last one. And then I'd definitely be underestimate. Okay, here we go. So now this is where I picked up the this is the dark scent that I picked up earlier. Matters. It's essential here. I must dark scent myself so that I lose. And that allows me to get into the World of Darkness, which is the final dungeon. The final of the 3 final dungeons that are final. Uh-oh. Computer just went weird. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be like a comfy 10 over. So if we're at 151 now, I've still got to get through the whole of the last dungeon, which has 4 bosses. And then the final boss. So it'll be close, but it'll not be there. I don't know how close I can get it though. But yeah. Can only apologize. If I didn't mess up the second time, he would have had it 100%. 100% would have had it. Okay, this is the Dark World. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Okay. It's 1, 2. Here.
Okay, we've got 2 donations. We have one from Globalize for $10 that says, "Enjoying the run. Great job mathing through the steps, Metako." And we also have a $5 donation from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous.
Okay. 1. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. I actually don't know what happens if you like try to fight thingy normally. Yeah, DS is awful for this dungeon, especially at the speedrun for DS. Okay, so World of Darkness, High Potion, fight Cerberus. We absolutely want to talk to all the crystals here. If we don't talk to the crystals here, we don't beat the game. I don't think they've got a mech weapon. Okay. Yep, that's the correct one. So, talk to Crystal. So I'm releasing the Dark Warriors now. So instead of the Light Warriors, we've got Dark Warriors. And they are going to help us out later on. Okay, so I want to take 2 extra steps here. 1, 2. Okay. Here we go. One. Okay. Here. Right to the end. Here. Okay. Alright. I wonder how many bosses I can get through before running out of time. Okay. So, there are 4 bosses left. I reckon I could probably maybe get Echidna done before the 2-hour mark. Never heard of Final Fantasy Dimensions, I don't think. So first, second, third, fourth. Okay. Yep. And it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's it. Good. Echidna. Now, if you are not in the front row, which I have been accidentally for this fight before, Echidna does have death, which will kill you. So you don't want that to happen. Right, that's Echidna down. They'll only slow me down, Stelazio. That's why. Okay, talk to Crystal. Okay. Another Dark Warrior is being released. Don't need to do any extra steps. Okay, that's here. And it's the top of the hidden tiles for the next step. Here. Okay. Here. Last tile of this line. Here. World record's really hard to get in this category. Japanese run, very good. Okay, gotta count this one out. And it's 4 from the end. Yep. Right, now it's Ariman. So, yeah, it's going to be... I'm going to have 2 bosses left when we hit the 2 hour mark. I think I can maybe get sub 210 though. I tried. Damn. All I had to do is not mess up one of the times with the steps and it would have been fine. I just messed up one too many times. But at least it's close. Okay. I did take 2 extra steps there, right? I better have. Yep. Okay. Almost here. Okay, that's all this. That's all the potions for this room. 2 bosses left. Okay, it's here. Imagine the shame, Pitbull. The shame. Okay. Twin-headed dragon? Or 2-headed dragon? I always say twin-headed dragon for some reason. It's quite a lot of hit points. Quite a lot of hit points. Last bit. Okay. So using potions overwrites me getting encounters. So on the tile before an encounter, I use a potion, and that stops me from getting them. Here. It just overwrites them. That's what the game does. Last room. One more encounter dodge after this. Here it is. Okay, last boss is coming up pretty soon. Time will also be pretty soon. So get ready for time. So, Dark Warriors, help me out. Last boss. Here it is. Get ready. Hold fight to win. Hold A to win. Oh man, this is stupid. This is not fair. This is like 4 minutes off. Oh. Ah well. It was close. Okay, okay. So it should be 1 or 2 more hits. I'll say whenever we're finished. Time. There she is. All right. See everyone go ballistic. Was the final time an interesting set of numbers? I want to know. No, 2-3-16 is not interesting. 2-3-4 could have been interesting. All right. Well, there it is. Thanks very much, Critias. Oh, thank you. There we go. So that's Final Fantasy 3. That's the NES version. So it's the Famicom version. I'm using a translation patch. So you can get them online if you want, and they will work on a NES, and the run should work. There are various categories, and this is a fairly chunky one. It's an hour-and-a-half run, basically, when things go well. Then they're like the fastest one's 7 minutes, and it's only Japanese. There hasn't been an English version of it yet. So let's go, things. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for being here. It's been a blast to do another ESA event. So have a lovely event. Have a lovely evening. Enjoy yourselves. Sorry I can't count. Ask anyone. Come to my chat at any time when I'm doing a run that involves maths, and you will see it go wrong. So this is just one of these things that happens. But we've got Panic Restaurant next, another NES game, and it's a Japanese run, so it's going to be pretty cool. A nice quickie, followed by Jackie Chan. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to shoot on. So thanks for hanging out. Have a lovely time. Enjoy the rest of ESA November. And I need to get rid of this for work now. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to ESA Movember. I'm Psycho Bunny, and this is Maral.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
So you just watched Final Fantasy III Any Percent No Glitch Job by Metako?
Yes.
Metako? Am I saying his
Metako,
name
yeah,
right?
yes.
Metako?
You
Yeah.
always ask that.
I know, because I swear I've said his name before plenty of times, but it's just like I always second guess it. I don't know why.
Metako. Hi, Metako.
It was a good run. Thank you for running.
Thank you. So yeah, next up we have Panic Restaurant Any Percent on the NES by Sidetracked. So definitely look forward to that. It's coming right up. And Bunny, do you want to talk about what we're fundraising for?
Yeah, we are fun. I already talked about this and it went so badly.
Oh, really? Okay. Do we want to do it together?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are fundraising for
Movember.
the Movember Foundation, yes. I mean, you can say Movember. You can say Movember. And they focus
On, preventing men from dying too young.
Yes, so they have 3 focus areas, which is prostate cancer. Do you pronounce it prostate in English?
Yes.
Prostate cancer,
And suicide prevention.
mental health, yeah.
And also testicular cancer
Yes.
as well.
Why do you smile when you say that?
I wasn't sure if it would be like testicular cancer or like testicle cancer. So I was just like, oh my God, what do I say?
And these things are really important to talk about.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a really serious matter. I'm so sorry.
Right.
But yeah.
It's okay. You did good. You remembered what they are about.
Yeah.
And we've raised $2,247 so far. Thank you all so much for donating. It goes to a great cause, focusing on helping men and men's health.
I think that we can make it, or you guys can help us make it to 2,500. Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Easy.
think
We
so.
can do it. So yeah, Bunny, when you think about Movember and what their purpose is, why do you think it's so important? Like with men, the thing I read before about how more women than men have depression, but men are in most places 2 times or maybe even more times likely to kill themselves.
I feel it's because so men have this, or society has put this ideal into men that they have to be like manly, or let's say if you see a guy crying or something, you'd be like, oh, what a wuss, like man up or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's...
But it's like a completely warped or weird idea.
It is. It is a really weird idea because I feel like men should be able to express themselves as girls do.
As
or like
anyone
women
do, like human.
Yeah, like the thing is like...
It's human emotion to
if
be
you
able
really
to-
think about it, when a girl cries, or when you see a woman cry, I keep saying girl, like, don't mind me. Like, when a woman cries, it's just like, oh, it's okay, But then, I don't know. It's weird to explain. I feel like between guys is different. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's taboo.
when you're with your, like, let's say you're in a group of...
But
like,
honestly,
you're,
okay.
you're a guy, and you're
I
in a
think
group
everybody
of, like,
knows what you mean. I think everybody knows what you mean. But at the same time, like, you yourself, or like from our perspective, if a guy cries, you don't think it's weird, right?
No, I think it's actually like kind of cute because he's like opening up to me, and I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'm here, and like I get to hug and cuddle, and then like.
I think it's perfectly normal. I actually think it's horrible that men feel like they cannot cry in front of other people, and that they have to hold it in, and that they have to be the rock, and not talk about issues that are really, really important.
Like, men can still be the rock, and still like, show their emotions. Like, you can still be in touch with your emotions, even though you are, but like you just don't express it, let's say, to other people. But it's completely fine. You can do both. Women also can be the rock, and we also express our emotions. Like it goes both ways for everybody. I'm really bad at expressing myself. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm struggling
Bunny.
like so much right now.
It's okay. It's okay. What I think is most important is that the pressure that society puts on men is really unhealthy, and I think that is why we see the suicide rate in men much higher than women, even though
Women suffer from
depression
like
to a larger degree.
More women suffer from
And
it.
I think it's really important. So for those of you who are out there and do suffer from depression, talk to people. If it's easier to talk to someone that is not close to you oftentimes. If it's someone that you don't know well, talk to people. Just open up. That usually helps.
or
I
even
think.
like, therapists, and this would be ideal because there's someone you don't really know and they're trained, they're trained professionals for this. They
Yeah.
can help you understand your emotions or like help you go through them. Why are you laughing?
Because someone said this is the real panic restaurant. We're sorry. At the end of the day,
it's so
we're
bad.
just trying to like raise money for a good cause here for men's health. And even though we both are terrible at expressing it, we're doing our best. So please
Be patient.
be patient. Be patient. But yeah, men's health, really important.
Go donate,
Yes.
for a good cause.
And we have some upcoming goals in Bid Wars. So if you are donating, make sure you make it go towards something. And yeah.
And have fun and just enjoy the marathon. That's
Yes.
like, it's also very important.
Yes. All right. Shall we?
Yes.
Are we ready? Okay, great.
Awesome. Enjoy the run.
Enjoy.